Welcome to our channel. Take a journey through time as you unravel the mysteries, emotions, and memories captured in each frame. There was no script for Viva Las Vegas when Anne Margaret and Elvis got started. 1964. Chicago, 1969. Tanya Tucker standing in the dugout during a Kenny Rogers celebrity softball game in 1977. Andre the Giant and Hulk Hogan smiling out of the wrestling ring in the 1980s. Jack Nicholson was terrified of running into Michelle Phillips' ex-boyfriend. Raquel Welch in the movie Bluebeard, 1972. Jane Mansfield, 1957. Marilyn Monroe sitting in the shade on the set of the film Some Like It Hot, 1959. Cheech and Chonging Up in Smoke, 1978. Ron Johnson with Eagles founder Glenn Frey, who appeared in an episode of the TV series Miami Vice Smugglers Blues, 1985. Tina Louise as Ginger Grant in the television sitcom Gilligan's Island. Even Angelina Jolie felt out of place in high school. Here's a far-out 1958 Ford X2000 space-age concept car. Dolly Parton lighting up the day with her smile, 1977. Olivia Newton-John looking groovy in the 1970s. The one and only Elvis Aaron Presley. People waiting in line for the premiere of Star Wars in 1977. Whoever controls the media controls the mind. Jim Morrison, 1962. Did someone say pink? This very groovy 1973 Volvo at Must Have. A young Don Rickles in his navy whites. Jimi Hendrix enlisted in the Army in 1961. Leon Russell and a beardless Willie Nelson, 1979. Clint Eastwood reading to Manis the orangutan on the set of Every Which Way But Loose, 1978. Aunt Esther Persid from the 1970s. Heather Locklear and Tom Cruise dated each other for 6 months in 1982. Joan Jett, Deborah Harry, David Johansen, and Joey Ramone in a Punk magazine photograph from 1977. Don Ritter in a groovy shirt and flashing his pearly whites, 1970s. Kim Basinger in the Bond film Never Say Never Again, 1983. Basinger suggested other girls for the role in the casting session. Lee Van Cleef and Clint Eastwood on the set of For a Few Dollars More. Van Cleef's character was almost played by Charles Bronson. Maxwell Smart Don Adams and Agent 99 Barbara Feldon with their shoe phones on Get Smart. If you've seen one 40-foot-tall purple gorilla, you've seen them all. Grape Ape appeared on the Saturday morning cartoon The Great Grape Ape Show in 1975. The Monkees with their award for Outstanding Comedy at the 1967 Emmys. Natalie Wood poses for the camera at an amusement park during her brief retirement in the 1970s. Princess Diana dances with an uncomfortable Clint Eastwood at the White House in 1985. Who remembers this ad from the 1970s? Columbia Records introduced the Columbia House brand in the early 1970s. Did you buy them too? Ozzy, Sharon, Amy, Jack, and Kelly Osbourne in a Sweet Family Photo, 1986. Punk rock blondie Debbie Harry back in the 870s. Robert Fuller, Julie London, and Bobby Troop in Emergency. Sharon Stone in 1983. Soundgarden's singer for them, guitarist Chris Cornell, 1989. A young Steven Seagal, a 7th Dan black belt in Aikido. Burt Reynolds wasn't confident with his acting abilities when he filmed The Longest Yard, 1974. Clint Eastwood and Sidemoney, the orangutan staying busy on the set of Every Which Way But Loose, 1978. Stevie Ray Vaughan was still figuring things out in 1979. Tim Conway, Flip Wilson, and Burt Reynolds doing a skit on The Flip Wilson Show in 1971. Elizabeth Shue as Allie Mills in the flick The Karate Kid, 1984. Bruce, Linda, Brandon, and Shannon Lee doing a photo shoot in Los Angeles, 1970. The Traveling Wilburys, 1988. Cheryl Ladd looking cool and summery in her white ensemble, 1979. Natalie Wood back in the 1950s. Katharine Ross and Paul Newman in a scene from Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid in 1969. Ronald Lee, Ermey as the memorable gunnery Sergeant Hartman in the film Full Metal Jacket, 1887. The steely power cast of The Magnificent Seven, movie 1960. Yvonne De Carlo in the movie The Ten Commandments, 1956. Glamour shot of Lucille Desiree Ball, 1950. Paul Newman enjoying the sand, sea, and sun in Venice, 1963. Greg Allman and Cher on their wedding day in 1975. Lonnie G. Johnson is a former Air Force and NASA engineer who invented the best-selling Super Soaker water gun in 1983. Classic actresses Joan Crawford and Bette Davis in 1962. You know the show, you know the band, you know the school bus. Thank you for joining us on this journey. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked what you saw, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more engaging content. Remember, your feedback and suggestions are always valuable to us.